I'm going to tell you how you can improve your resume as a product manager, as a college student, or as someone with very little experience. What is going on, everybody? Welcome to another video. My name is Alex. If you're new to this channel, you want to learn about business and product management, make sure to subscribe, hit the bell icon so you don't miss anything. This is part 2 of our resume review session with real candidates. The video is from a product manager resume workshop that we just did a few days ago, and it covers a lot of important points about best practices for resumes in general, product manager specific, what you should do if you have little experience or a lot of experience in the field or in a different field, and we're going to walk you through it. If you want to join me for future meetings, make sure to subscribe to my newsletter. The link is in the description below. And I'm going to let you know anytime we have a gathering. Last time we had 130 people show up to review resumes. In the future, we're going to be doing Q&A sessions with me, Q&A sessions with other folks in the different product management and adjacent roles. So make sure you subscribe to those and follow me on LinkedIn so you know when that's happening. Deep, you with us?
Yes. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. This is great. See, it immediately does not feel lonely when someone.
Hey, Alex, how you doing?
Good to see you. Doing well. Thanks for.
Likewise. Thanks so much for doing this for us.
So, Deep, why don't you tell us a few words about yourself and while I look for your resume here.
Of course. So I recently graduated with a master's in management information systems. And prior to that, I was working with London Heathrow Airports in their app support function. And I did a couple of things across technical consulting and product development and tech support. And I aspire to be a product manager since I don't have any experience in that field now. But I would love to be one in a couple of years.
Great. All right. I'm sure you're representing a lot of the students in the audience today. I distinctly learned how difficult it is to make resumes when you have a ton of experience, but also how difficult it is to make resumes when you have no experience. Or you're like,
exactly.
What do I put in here? I don't know what's going on. So we want to make sure we cover those folks. All right. So I think I've got this is you on here. All right. So good. We have a different one now. We have technical skills right up on top. And I think maybe you can correct me kind of with your thinking here, but I'm guessing you put that on there because you're saying, okay, look, I don't have a lot of experience, but check out all these skills that I have so that you kind of level set. Is that about right?
Right. And based on the feedback I've heard from recruiters and mentors, they're like, put your education first, your skills next, and then start with your experience. So I'm just following that.
I got to say, I like that. I do like that.
Oh, thank you.
It would be okay if it was the other way around as well, but I can see the logic there. Like, look, you don't have a lot of experience. You're outlining with your accomplishments. School's not easy, right? So you got that done, especially nowadays. For the folks that are like in school now or graduating now, we understand it can get, it's pretty complicated right now. And so
I'm so glad you said that. So
yeah, for sure. Definitely. That's, I think everybody can appreciate that. And let's take a look at the rest of your resume. So for all you folks that are in college or recently out of college, I think this is fine. Education, technical skills on top. Now let's actually look at those technical skills, because you know what I do, as always, I glaze over that stuff. Like that's mostly for like, okay, if I'm looking for something particular, this thing, do you have that thing? And then a lot of times what people do is they'll just put things down even though they don't know it. And what that does is just lower trust kind of in the whole system by everybody. Like, how well do you know Python? I'll put you right on the spot here, Deep.
I would say I'm 6 on 10. I wouldn't say I'm an expert.
That's actually
because there's a lot to Python. And I have an independent project to sort of show that I've worked with Python.
Gotcha. Okay, good. And then the other one that's important one for product managers is SQL, right? We're just working with data.
SQL, I'd say I'm an 8 out of 10 because I've been working with SQL for about 4 years now.
Excellent.
Starting from my college, university. Yeah.
This is awesome. Yeah, so your SQL is better than mine at this point. Nicely done. Okay. It looks like you did fit it all into one page, which is great, but I think it's still, this is not the narrative that you want to say about you, right? It does, it dehumanizes you a little bit. Like, here's you're like this subset of skills. So I would just say leave the key ones that you think really are relevant and
Uh-huh.
move some of the other stuff and see if you can tighten it up. Maybe instead of
Gotcha.
you got 7 lines in here or 8 lines, maybe, cut it
Mhm.
down by 30%, 40%, whatever you can do. Otherwise, I think
Gotcha.
this is nice and tight. Education skills. Let's keep going. Independent projects. So you broke it down into independent projects, academic experience, professional experience, and you are thinking, this is interesting. Yeah, I think I like this. I think I like this because you're basically saying, look, obviously I just recently graduated, but here's what I did in school. Here's what I did outside of school for sort of my own personal passions. And here's what I did professional. I like it. It's not bad.
Thank you.
Seen it. I do like it. So for all you folks, right, like as you're listening, when I say I like it and you have something similar, then you know what I'm going to tell you. So you can take those learnings immediately. Let's now look a little bit deeper into independent projects. You put that up top. I think, and the point you're making is you want to demonstrate. Again, I haven't read it yet, even though I'm staring at the screen. I haven't read it yet.
Mhm.
Independent projects, you're saying, look, I have these product manager aspects and skills that I've done, and I want to kind of share them with you. All right, so you created this application. No, this is literally you just did this for fun. Were there any users of this? Is this like for
No.
yourself as a user? It's just purely just sort of like a technical experiment.
Yes. Just as part of my upskilling to show that I've done something while I was at home looking for jobs.
Okay, so this is good. This is good. I don't know that you want to lead with it because I think what you're telling me here is that you can basically work with API. You can pull API and
Hmm.
create a web app, which is not bad. But I don't know that product manager necessarily needs to do that. This
Sure.
like if your point here is look at these independent projects. I'm interested in stuff. I build stuff. I get
Hmm.
that. But if you're mainly saying like look at my programming skills, it's not that important for a product manager. That's the other thing is maybe a lot of you are wondering about. Product manager is not supposed to be an elite coder, right? If you are an elite coder, you should go and be an engineer. That's
Hmm.
not what it is. We have engineers that are very, very good at what they do. If we product managers are going to try to be as good at them, there's no way we're going to be able to do all this other stuff that we have to do. And someone's got to do all this other stuff. That's to do with business and users, alignment, communication, collaboration, thinking about why we're doing anything. Yeah, we can execute the coolest project, but like, why are we doing it? And theoretically, someone needs to think about that. So that's just sort of like again a high level pullout from that. Again, so here you got more, right? You're saying, look, I can use Python. I like this. You increase productivity 88%. Whose productivity though?
So I'm working at the university under a professor, and she's conducting research. So I'm helping her with the Kickstarter campaign. We're going on to these 500 web pages and scraping off data.
Yeah. So maybe you explain that, right? Because I don't know what this is for. Because again, here you're saying like, look, I can do this technical stuff, but what I'd like you to be saying is, look why I'm doing all this technical stuff. Right? Does that make sense?
Right. Yeah, totally.
All right, cool. Again, a data pipeline, great, great. Again, why did you do this? If this is for fun, and also I don't get how it applies to taxi cab. So maybe tell the story of that,
Okay.
and also think about like if 1 and 3 are similar.
Uh-huh.
Well, actually, we'll come back to this because we'll take a look at your professional experience. Meanwhile, think about your constructive and preferably not destructive feedback on how we can actually improve this. The idea of this whole program is so we could scale some of these learnings because I've reviewed hundreds of resumes and I've accumulated this experience, so I can kind of share these thoughts. The idea is that we'll review and we'll all learn. So if you have any ideas how we can do that better, let me know. Feel free to email me, guys. This is similar to what we talked about, I think with Jeffrey. We're like, why was this done? So it's great that they were delivered, but what are these KPIs and what is this end-to-end analysis? A little more clarity in that. You got to get a little more specific here. Like you basically put in a whole bunch of stuff. You're trying to fit it into one line, which I appreciate, but I don't know what I'm supposed to take away. So 6+ products. Okay, but what does this continuous innovation product program and what does delivering 6 products have to do with owning all these KPIs and all this stuff? Just concentrate on the thing you're trying to tell me. Like, are you trying to tell me that you basically drove this thing end to end, or are you telling me that you helped launch 6 products? You just like get more specific. I like the numbers in here. 6+. That's my favorite. Like I always do that stuff. Something plus. High level. Again, you're dropping. You. I think you're over indexing on tech skills, right? Which is okay if you're heavily kind of invested into these technologically heavy applications and products.
Hmm.
If you're again going for generalist and just trying to break into product management, that may not be necessary. Because look, you don't have a lot of experience. That's okay, but you have plenty of these independent projects that you've built. They've
Uh-huh.
had plenty of impact that you can demonstrate. You have Intel on here.
Yes, that was part of my academic projects.
This is great. This is great. So I would actually, I don't know if I would lead with independent projects. I probably would lead with professional experience. Was there a reason why you're starting off with independent?
Reverse chronological order, that's why.
Ah, chronology. Okay, I see. I see. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense because so it actually is not just independent, academic, and professional. It just happens to be chronological as well. That's actually interesting. And leadership and awards, I like this as well. I actually don't have much to say about this resume. I don't have too much criticism. Deep,
Oh,
you're doing well. So condense the technical skills.
uh-huh.
Don't over-index on technical unless that's what you mean to do, right? Like be intentional with this stuff,
Hmm.
and then be specific about what you're trying to point out here. Like, what are you doing? You're optimized airport efficiency by 98%. You went from 100 to 2% of inefficiency. I want to know about
Yes,
that. Like,
because we were,
extrapolate that.
yes. So,
I'll take your word for it. No, I'm sure you did it. But I'm saying you got to figure out a way to actually put it in there so that it comes across to me, right?
gotcha.
Overall, I like your general use of highlights. I would maybe take it a little bit easier with these with the headings also because you
Uh-huh.
are paying a lot of attention to them because they're bolded. So
Right.
unless that's your intent, or you want to be intentional with this stuff.
Well, yeah, that
If
was my intention.
you want to build like specifically intent that you're a team lead, data engineer, and BI analyst here, for instance, like on your this right
Yes,
here.
because that's a very concise way to let them know that I've created an impact with my
This is
with
the
the
stuff that you do.
leadership. Yeah, yeah.
That's fine. Yeah, as long as you're intentional about it. Okay, so Deep. So work on that if you can, and
Uh-huh.
then send me an update,
Gotcha.
getting more specific on your impact and the story that you want to tell,
Hmm.
and maybe condense the independent projects as well, and try to understand like why you're doing the things that you're doing. So less
Hmm.
technical, more, or leave the technical, but also add the reasons why, so that
Right.
I feel good about like, okay, here's your product management like
Gotcha.
excitement here, right?
Gotcha. I
All
think
right,
my
so
biggest takeaway here would be to not over-index on the technical aspects of things
sure.
because I've been concentrating on that a lot lately.
A lot of people do. Yeah, a lot of people do. And it's, just don't forget that product managers add value in not necessarily a technical aspect of things. And that's why we partner with engineers so they can get this stuff
Right.
done. We can
Right. Right.
help
Right.
them get the right
Uh-huh.
stuff done.
Yep.
All right.
All
Cool.
right. Love
Deep.
that. Thank you so much, Alex.
You're very welcome. Thanks for stopping by. We'll see you next time and keep me updated on your progress.
I will. Thank you so much.
Thanks.
If you enjoyed this video, as always, make sure to smash the like button. And of course, subscribe and hit the bell icon so you don't miss any of the future videos. And also sign up for my newsletter, link in the description below, so I can keep you updated on all the new events and live sessions that are coming up. So make sure to share this video with any of your builder friends. If you want to go back to the first episode of this product manager resume improvement series, check that out right here. If you want to know how to break into product management in general, check this video out. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time.